Well, hey there, it's Elka. I'm just grabbing my cord here so that I can stay on with you because the power was going down. Hello and welcome. I'm going to see if I can, I'm promoting people to panelists, so welcome. I'm going to have everyone join in a minute. I'm going to just double check to see if I can go live to Facebook, and if I can, that's good. If not, I will have to get you this recording some other way later. So let's have a look here and see if it works. And if it does, that's awesome. Okay, kind of ambitious. It doesn't look like I'm able to go live into that group. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Okay, let's give this a shot. See if Facebook is cooperating, and then we'll get started. Thank you so much for being on. And we're going to talk about the Profit by Design Academy coaching program, which starts on July 7th. It's a new coaching program that we are so happy to be able to announce that we're offering this from this point onwards as the new way to get the training and teaching and coaching for everything that we do to help you learn the 5 strategies and implement them into your Zazzle business for success. So I'm just going to say in here, I will be answering questions only on the Zoom call. Okay. Oops. Gosh. All right. Okay, so we're recording this, and so I'm going to get back onto Zoom and see who's on. Wow, we've got a lot of people. Okay, awesome. So in the meantime, while I'm adding people here, I want to just let you know that this is going to be a really informative call. We may go over time. I was just on another call with the profitable member people, profitable membership people that had quite a lot of great questions. And so I'm willing to stay here longer. If you have questions, I'll stay until it's time for everyone's questions to be answered, because this is an important transition. It's a new milestone. Every time we do a change in our programs, it's for the better. And it helps people who are committed with us to do the training and get help for their Zazzle business. It helps them move forward. Like, I can't make any income claim statements, but boy, our ability to continue to grow and provide better products for you in terms of coaching and courses has allowed everyone to thrive, like in terms of being able to do what they need to do. Now, obviously, why are some people who have been with us since the beginning not doing as well as others? It's because there's certain things that are still missing. It could be that you're not implementing something properly, or you actually haven't finished the course, or you need some more mindset work help, or you need some more skill sets that are work you have yet to think you need because you're posting products and everything seems to be fine. And so this Profit by Design Academy coaching program actually addresses all of those. We've tried it all in separate containers, like the Z Supercharger, the profitable membership, the boot camp, everything possible for you to get. And if you're new, you won't understand all this, so don't worry. But if you've been with us for a long time, and some of you have been with us since 2017, then it's like, okay, well, what can we do to help you? Because we really want you to succeed. There are more and more people who have been with our community and have received our training and coaching that are doing really well. So how can we help you if that's what you want to do? And are you willing to take the actions and do the work on not only the work in your store, but the work on your mindset and your skill sets to get yourself to start seeing those results? And that's what this coaching program is all about. It's not just an information dump. We're here because we're now coaching you. You're getting additional like interaction with us that's giving you more of a hands-on accountability, and you can discuss more things. It's not just, oh, this isn't taught in the Profit by Design Academy. But you know what, the whole idea is I'm still looking to the left here because there's more and more people that keep coming on and I'm adding them, so welcome. And next time I should set this up as a meeting so that we don't have to do this each time. I'm really sorry. Hold on a second. Some of the people I'm adding just don't seem to want to get added. Tate, Tamara, and Grace, I keep adding you and you're not, it's not clicking through, like you're still asking to be promoted. You can still obviously hear me even if you're not a panelist, but we certainly want you to be on so you can ask questions. Okay, so two more people, that Grace and Tamara, I don't seem to be able to add you. Maybe try again by clicking off and trying to re-enter the Zoom room and see if we can get you in that way. Okay, so welcome. How many people are, like, write in the chat, how many people are new and have yet to take the Profit by Design Academy, and write in new in the chat so that I can taper my conversation accordingly. Okay, so Marisa is new. Anyone else? Or is everyone else already a Profit by Design Academy enrollee? Or maybe you enrolled in the 30-day profit plan, which was the very first iteration of this course, or the 5-step profit plan, which was the second iteration of this course. And then the third was the Profit by Design Academy. So if you've been with us from the beginning, so only Murray Sue is new. Now, how many people are in the profitable membership and just weren't able to be with us on the last call because we had very few people there? And Grace, I don't know what to do, but Tamar and Grace, I can't seem to promote you to panelists, so I'm not sure how I can help you. Okay, in the PDA, but not on the last call. Okay, so you're in the PDA, obviously, but are you in the PME, Annie, right now? Or are you in the membership? Yes, okay. All right, so I will talk about that. You'll get a discount for being in, and I'll talk about that. Okay, but everyone else is basically a PDA, and PDA, not on the last call. Okay, so let's get the terminology straight first, and I think that's the other reason that we're doing this. We're switching it around so that there's not so many things going on, and it's not because we can't handle them. It's more because everyone else couldn't figure out where they should be and they've missed calls and stuff like that. So we're all of the courses except for the Z Supercharger, which we're going until end of August on that one, if you signed up for that. But everyone else is going to be, there's only going to be one program as of July, which is the Profit by Design Academy coaching program. The PME, which is the profitable membership, is going to be shut down. The Z Supercharger is no longer going to be offered. The masterminds are currently on hold until the new year. And what else? And the boot camps are never happening again. Okay, because it was too hard for people to get through in 10 weeks. And so we've come up with a solution to help everyone get the help they need to get through the course so they can have the fighting chance to actually be part of the success that others are experiencing. Okay, yeah, so we'll take care of you with everything, Annie, and you're going to be just getting a discounted rate to join in the membership, or sorry, in the membership price that you currently pay. We're going to give you 1 month of paying that membership price before moving to the price that the coaching program is all about. Okay, so thank you. And Diana is also, you said PDA membership, but I think you mean PME membership, the profitable membership, right? Okay, and then Susan has her hand up, and I do want to get through everything, but what can I how can I answer your question right away, Susan? And I'm going to ask you to unmute. You need to figure out how to unmute. Are you ready to ask your question, or should we leave it for later? Oh, I don't know why I can't hear you. I keep sending you that little message to say unmute, but I can't unmute you personally. So you have to figure out the little button. You're probably on your phone from what I can see. And so you need to figure out how to get to the settings where it says mute or mic and video. But we'll give that a shot, or type it in the chat and I'll answer it for you. Okay. Okay, and we've got Lynn Marie joining us, and let's try one more time. And then after that, Tamara and Grace, I really apologize, but something in your settings or whatever is just not allowing us to Oh, now it worked. Okay, awesome. Tamara, try that again. Grace is on. Fabulous. Okay, we're still waiting on Tamara. Okay, so this allows us, because I was talking about all the courses that we had, and this allows us to take all the really good chunks of each of those courses and give it to you as a single course where you can be at whatever level that you're at and still ask the questions and get the coaching support you need, and also be able to thrive and keep that motivation going and get that long-term support that you need. Because if you're new and you're not like, who's the one, only one person said she's new, everyone else is here, but for you, for Mariso, if you're new, then you're going to get to pay like one price, either a 12-month payment plan, which is a payment plan, it's not a subscription, or a one-time payment where you can save $600. And I'll show you the price later, where you can get the course and the coaching package all together in one. In fact, the course is really not for sale anymore because we don't feel that anyone who did the self-study actually did really well in the self-study. So it's one part and parcel of the same, and you get a year's support. Okay, and so you pay that price. You either do the 12-month payment plan, or you do the one-time payment, sign up today. You're in for a year. You get all the access to all the course material that you can keep for lifetime access as long as the course is in existence, and the coaching as well for an entire year of support. And the coaching, I'll talk about all the details and what you get for that coaching, in addition to access to 10 modules and the support to answer questions on those modules. Okay, and so everyone else here is somewhere in the void, right? And so we need you to get that help, which I believe is the coaching program for you. And so what you're going to do is just add a monthly fee, monthly rate. I don't even want to call it anything close to a membership, because it's not a membership. It's a coaching program, and it's kind of like I would say the longer you stay in it, the better, because it takes time for you to build your course. It's not a quick get rich quick scheme. It's never been that way. And also, when people drop off and they don't get the support, like even when people were in the profitable membership, it was noticeable. And you have to have that continued contact. But what we're going to do is make it continued contact that's once a week. And then that way it allows you to have that touch point with something that's going to support you, not just more information dumped at you, where you get to ask questions and then we help you with where you are in your business, no matter whether you're starting out or if you're like asking already relatively high level questions. At some point, they might be too high level, and we'll say, listen, I think you're better suited for something else that we have to offer that's more high level training. But for most people who are somewhere between the 0 to maybe 25 or maybe even up to 100K earnings, belong in this program now. Okay, and this is the most important thing. Once you're at 100K, there's a different scenario because you have to get different training anyway. But initially, that would be my suggestion, is this is your place to be from now on in the coaching program for the Profit by Design Academy. And it's a rate of $197 a month. And I'm going to just tell you that right away. And also, you have to stay at least for 3 months. This is a founding rate. And it's like it's founding like I don't want to say members because it's not a membership, founding rate. And it's 3 months because we want you to stay at least for 3 months to give it a shot. But honestly, I would say it has to be about 6 months at least, so that you can really get the coaching, really get into it, because not everyone is completely committed 1,000% every single month. Life happens. And I want you to be able to come into this and pay that money, even though it's an affordable low monthly rate. When you start adding it up monthly, it can become an investment. And I want you to not be in it if you feel that you're going to be stretched and you're going to be always miserable that you're not making the money back. And I think that's the second part of all of this, is you really need to be already making at least $200 a month. If you're not on the Zazzle platform, then really ask yourself 2 questions. First of all, do you believe it's still possible for you to make money on Zazzle? And secondly, if you believe that, then what are you going to do to make that happen? Because $200 a month for Zazzle products is not enough. It's just a bare minimum. And if you're upset at that, you can leave, because I don't want you to feel upset, but I want you to succeed. And I want you to give yourself and hold space for yourself, because I do. I hold space for you to all be as successful as Brendan, Christine, and Susan, and all the others that I keep talking about. And so I want you to just really fully understand that. And most of the people who've invested with us in other programs are starting to see the results, because those things were being addressed, right? Their skills, their mindset, the more of a coaching aspect for just asking the questions that are the hard questions in terms of managing your business and so on. And that's all going to be part of this program now. Whereas before you had to be in certain programs, and they were not always geared to everything that needed. And so I want to make sure that everyone here who's from 0 to almost 100K is in this program here. And we are a thriving community. And also hopefully the people who are higher up can even start to talk to people who are lower in terms of earnings, not lower in terms of status, learning, so that you can you can get the support, and you can also get the incentive, right? Because you need to understand that it's possible. I can't make any income claim statements, but you have to believe it in yourself. And so that's the first thing. I need you to believe. Otherwise, you don't need to stay on, because I'm just going to talk about the program. And I want, if you're interested in joining, the first thing is, do you believe? Because if you don't believe and you're not willing to show up 100%, then unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to help you. You're just going to give me $197 a month. So please remember that. And I'm being harsh because I want you to succeed. Did you hear me say that enough times? I want you to succeed. And I've come heck or high water. This is gonna, like, we're here for the challenge. And that's why we continually keep trying to make it better and better for you at an affordable price for you, so that you can stay long-term and you can implement things and we don't let you drop off. And so this is what this coaching program is going to help you with. I have to take a drink. Hold on a second. Susan, I see you unmute. You've unmuted, so ask your question.
I just was raising my hand to say yes when you asked how many of the members were in the profitable membership.
Ah, okay.
Because I got the times mixed up.
No problem.
Yeah.
So that's perfect. So I'm going to mute again, just so we can make noise, but you're more than welcome to unmute and ask questions later. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to show you what's in this program, and I'm going to show you the price, and then it's only like I've told you the basics. And then if you have any questions, there'll be more than enough time to ask the questions after, okay? And then anyone who's watching this as a replay, please ask your questions in the chat, in the Facebook thread of the video, or email us privately if you don't want to like give your stats out or whatever. But as you can see, we're actually freely talking a little bit about money as we move forward, because this is why we're in this business. We need to be able to earn the money. And so we have to, like, literally, that's a lot of people's issues, is they can't even talk about the money, but they want to make the money. That's hard. That's like, I'm going to do this work and it's going to be magically happening that this money shows up. But we have to actually be responsible and take 100% ownership of our monthly earnings, so that we can actually say, well, that's not working, let's do something else. And it's just the same as with what I'm doing with my courses. It was working somewhat, but not everything. So, and then the price point was a little hard for people. And so now we're doing this. And so I'm always looking at the numbers, and I'm making sure that also I have in my mind the number of people. I have a mission, 50 people at gold, and I've got 4 now. When I don't know if anyone saw that Instagram post. One day we were sitting at the edge on my property. I'm very, very fortunate that I bought a property a long time ago where I can sit at the edge of a cliff, and it's like 150 foot drop. So I can't access the water, but I can see the water. And I sat there and I was like, I'm dreaming. It's like, okay, where does this business need to go so that I can be the most effective coach and support person and mentor to the people who are following me right now. And it's like, well, I can get them all to gold. So 50 is my target. And if you want to be part of that 50, then this is your next opportunity to try and get there. And a lot of people are already getting there, as I can show you in a minute here. I'm going to go and screen share. I keep thinking that I've got it ready to go. Hold on a second. I have to click on another page here. Okay, now I can share. Okay, so we currently have, and I'm gonna not go full screen because I heard that that was actually causing some internet issues. We're on a lower Wi-Fi because we've got some weather going on here, so I apologize if it's a bit grainy. But we continually add to the list of the silver pro designers that we have personally, through our training and coaching, helped people get to. Like, so Gree and Wendy and Tammy, and there's 15 of them in total now, but these three lovely ladies said that I could talk about them. And so they actually made their 25,000 K limit or a level to become a silver back like a couple of like almost a year and a half ago now, because it took them only 2.5 years from joining our program and the coaching that they received to get there. And now Gree and Wendy are almost at 100,000. I think they have like 10,000 to go. And Tammy, I don't talk to her as much, so I don't know where she is right now in terms of her level. But I know that she also reached silver a long time ago, like maybe a year ago for sure. And so those are counting and they're coming up, but there's such a big gap between silver and gold. That's another $75,000 that you have to earn, right? And so to get that gold designation and get to the 100,000, and then people forget that actually the 100,000 is only based on lifetime earnings of sales that you receive from US sales. And so most of the people who, when they say, I've reached silver or I've reached, gold, it means that they're already way past that number. It's just that they needed enough sales from the US market to create that 100,000 or that $25,000 number. All right, so just so you understand how that all works. And then the gold designers that we have currently, we just actually added another one. I'll have to get the permission of that lady that just reached gold for me to use her in our promotion. But at the moment, we have 3 that I can talk about: Brandon, Christine, and Susan. And every time I do these slides, I have to update the numbers. So I've just added them in the bottom. So as far as I know, Brandon's at around 185,000, and Christine is actually already again over 200,000, but I don't know the exact number. So I know for sure she's made 200. And then Susan's made 100,000, and she told us that last November. So I'm assuming she's already made way more than that too. And the idea here is that they got the course. Most of, like, both of these like Brandon and Christine are actually not graphic designers. Susan had a little bit more graphic design under her belt, and she'd already made 12,000 before she got to us. But her story is that she wanted to speed it up so that she didn't have to work while she was retired, because she was going to just like blow it up and have so much fun when she retired, because her dad passed away from Alzheimer's. And so she said, now it's my turn, it's my life, because she had been taking care of him. And so she wanted to position herself so that her income would be coming in on her Zazzle store without her working very hard at it. And so when she joined with us, after her making 12 on her own, in her first year, she made $20,000. And in her second year, she made $40,000. Sorry, total. So by the time she'd finished 2 years with us, she'd made $40,000. And then she didn't actually become part of the coaching and stuff. She just stayed and did her own thing because she was now busy with being senior and having fun. And so over time, her business was a little bit slower getting going. But as of last year, 2020, November, she told us that she got to gold. So that's awesome. And so, but I want you to understand that everybody starts at 0. And that's what we forget. We see these big numbers and we go, oh, that's not for me, or how is that possible? How can she do that and I can't do that? And so all these like things are flooding through your brain without even you filtering them out right now. All your subconscious thoughts are thinking, what the heck, right? Like, why is it not me? But what about if it could be you? And I can't make any income claim statements, but every one of us started at zero, including myself. Whenever I log into my Zazzle total earnings and I look at that number, I have to always look to see where the commas are. And it's like, is that really true? But yes, it's way over $1 million that Zazzle's paid me out. And it's like, holy heck, why did that happen to me? How did that happen to me? I still have that kind of feeling because it's like, is that really true? And but yes, of course it's true, because I've been given that money over the course of that time. And because of that, I've been able to work on Zazzle as my sole income source, and also to do things that I can pay back, debt, and pay my children to go, and like, they don't have any debt. I helped them just recently buy a house. It's because Zazzle, my earnings from Zazzle keep coming. Okay. And so what if you had all of these things that people have been trained with in the past all in one spot, right? So combining the best support that we can give you, the most affordable way to stay long-term so that you can get the help you need, because it's not just, I need the course and then I'm done. It's every month you need something new, because it's something different that you're experiencing in your business that you now need to deal with. And so that's the affordable part for being able to stay longer and for like long term in the coaching business and the coaching program. And then also that it's available all the time so that you can work at your own pace. So the people who sign up now are going to get a whole year to do that. Anyone who signs up as the monthly rate, because you already have the Profit by Design Academy, you can stay as long as you want, as long as it's 3 months minimum. But I would highly recommend that you continue to at least stay and do the work. But if you know already that, hey, July, August, and September, I'm not going to crack my computer open, then show up and sign up in September. Okay. Just be careful, because I don't want you to waste your money. But when you do put that money in, I want you to be active and doing the work and asking questions and pushing your business forward. Okay. So because of that program, which I've been talking about all the time, it starts, I'm just going to introduce it to you. So it starts on the 7th, because of the holidays for all the North America and wherever, maybe in Europe, but here in North America, there's a lot of holidays coming. So we're going to start on the 7th, and we'll make that transition between the 30th and the 7th to help people transition, whoever's in the profitable membership and all that stuff. And so you'll be taken care of, don't worry. And what's going to be in this program is you're going to get Zazzle business coaching. And that's different than the Profit by Design Academy. That's the training. It tells you the 5 strategies, but we're also going to help you do business strategy coaching. And that's where Jen and I come in with one of our coaching calls that comes is once a month. Then you're going to get mindset coaching for entrepreneurs. And that we already spoke about that. We're going to have several components, and I'll show you what they are to really help you with that. Zazzle skill set development, that's basically taking really good parts of the Z Supercharger and putting that here in this program. And then accountability and productivity measures. If you're in the profitable membership, you'll see that already, that we had a whole bunch of stuff there that worked well, and we're going to incorporate some of that and more of that into the Profit by Design Academy coaching program. And you're going to be part of a positive, supportive, thriving community. And that goes without saying. Some people don't like being in Facebook, but there is that aspect that we will have a community in Facebook. And instead of it being just questions in there, you can obviously ask questions, but I'd prefer you ask them in a way where our team can help you with the support you need. And then also, but if some people are willing to share and motivate people that are like, if some people are doing well and they want to share or help others out and tell their successes and how they did it, that's this whole coaching program vibe that we want to give, is even more than what we had in the profitable membership, and obviously a lot more than what we have in the creative and ambitious entrepreneur, because that's not even course based. There's no course material taught here in this Facebook group. If you're listening to this replay or watching it live, it's only in the Profit by Design Academy course Kajabi platform, or in this new Profit by Design Academy coaching program that is going to have its separate product on Kajabi to have all the coaching and replays and so on. And so the Facebook group will be there just for the accountability and chatting and so on. Okay, so this is for you if you want to receive the support and guidance to get to your first 5K month and beyond, right? We'll tell you as you start to ask more questions and start building out your store. We'll say, well, you know, I think you're ready for the next level. But basically up until the point where you're, you know, doing maybe like somewhere around 50 to 100K, then we can see whether on an individual basis, whether this is still the best program for you. But otherwise, definitely you should be in this coaching program. But it's not for you if you're not ready to do the work and stay committed to building and scaling your business. But we're not going to take offense to that, but I don't want you to pay that money and not be part of the program. We need to have you be active in it. But what is the time commitment now that I've told you you have to be active? Well, it's basically 4 hours a month of live coaching. And it's not that we're doing extra training. We're there to answer your questions. Okay, so it's very different. There's no more like extra training because the Profit by Design Academy has that training. It's the thing that you're supposed to focus on and actually implement. And then there's going to be 2 hours of co-working sessions. And Lynn Marie's on here. She's part of Team Clark, and she's going to be leading those co-working sessions. And they're really popular. What that means is they're sessions where you just come on Zoom like this, but then you are coming prepared to work, and you get an hour, and we're all working together as a group. And there's merit in that. Like some people maybe are not as productive in the group, because they need to be doing their work on their own. But the people who thrive in that environment are going to really get a lot out of this, because it forces you to, first of all, put it in your calendar that you're going to work on Zazzle. And then secondly, it's going to give you the opportunity to be with a group of people that are also working on stuff at the same time. And I know that Lynn Marie kind of like controls it and it's not a chit chat. But there are times where she might say some things or give you some motivational things that will help you, spur you on. And then if there are any issues or questions, then she can at least direct you to where you can get that help, so that you can continue to keep working. Because the last thing we want from you is to be stuck somewhere where you can't get the help you need. And we want you to have very, very productive hours, because we have hopes for each of you to work less than like 20 hours or less a month, even though you're making the money you want to make. Okay, and then it's up to you as to how much ongoing support you want to or participation you want to have in the community, but at least be there to do the accountability polls and the earnings polls, because that's where we can house those. But if you don't need to build connections, and then that's okay, but you should definitely ask and receive support. All right, and then this is how it's going to be built out. So it's built out in such a way that supports the 3 pieces that I said were really important, and actually 4, because and this is together here because we're talking about business and mindset coaching, which is very, very important. And that is going to, what you can see here is what's going to happen monthly. So there's going to be 1 hour group coaching call where we're going to talk to you about the support of the training and the strategy of implementing it into your business. Then the second group with Lynn Marie, actually, because she's going to be your support coach, and she is going to answer the basics, like anything about the course. You know, where do I find something? How do I implement this? What is this? What does this mean? How do I do that? Basically, everything that she may not answer on the Kajabi platform in the comments underneath each lesson, because we still support you there as well. But here you can have a conversation, because it's going to be an hour-long Zoom coaching call. Okay, and then the third coaching call will be the mindset course coaching call. And that's going to be in addition to a little mini masterclass that's going to be released once a month on a particular topic, and as well as some affirmation cards that we're going to give you once a month to help you with your mindset based on the topic that we do in the masterclass. And then the mindset coaching call will be starting out at least on that topic, but if there's other issues that people have to deal with and want to have help coaching and getting guided through, that's where Jen and I will be on the call. And we will also be on with our faces. I don't know if that's something that makes you feel comfortable or not, but these have worked so well in our in our masterminds, that we are bringing these here into this coaching program. So we're giving you like a mini mastermind mindset coaching call once a month, and it's like very valuable. Okay, obviously you're going to get the course questions answered on the course platform in Kajabi, and then the Kajabi is just a name for the platform that we use. And then the PDA itself, for the coaching, we're going to have an extra general questions thread for things that are not course related, but based on things you're having trouble with your business. And this will help you identify things that maybe are beyond the actual training, and we'll get to know you better as to what your struggles are. And it'll allow us to do things like focus that theme or topic on our coaching call with you, or we can suggest something else for you in terms of training, or just answer your question on this thread. But that's in the coaching program only. And then obviously you're going to get access to the replays. So as long as you're in the coaching program and you keep using or paying your monthly rate, then you are going to get access to those, and you can watch them over and over again. The second, the last coaching call of the month, the 4 coaching live calls, is going to be a honing your Zazzle skills call. And there, Jen and I are going to be on there, and we're going to rotate between, and so every 4 months, we're going to have a design critique month call. Then the next month will be the titles and tags critique, and the collections critique, and the categories critique, and then we'll start back at the beginning. So at least once a quarter, you're going to be once a quarter? No, once every 4 months, you're going to get access to us live, and we'll get through as many critiques on each of these topics as we possibly can live. We're not going to do everyone who lists something. So this is where if you list ahead of time, because people have asked me that about if you can't join live, we will have this opportunity for you to post something so that you can maybe get a critique even though you're not on live. And so don't worry, that's part of the whole thing. But even if you're not ever going to get a critique, you get access to the videos that are of all the critiques, and therefore you can learn, because believe it or not, a lot of people have the same issue. It's just that they don't actually see it, and they think that they're the only ones that have that issue, but they don't. And then so you can see our training and see that these are like really great examples and how you can just apply them to your own. Okay. And if that's, and sometimes what we'll do here too is if we really see a really great example of something and we're showing you how to solve it, we might actually add that to the coaching training. So we're just developing this as well, but we want to always have you in mind as to making sure that you are taken care of. Okay, so, and then I mentioned the part about that the Profit by Design Academy has a whole bunch of things that you should do in every module. And if you're not part of a boot camp, you don't get these critiques or reviews. You just have to do them on your own, and then whatever, you can't get that. And so now in this coaching program, especially for most of you who are old timers in terms of alumni, you're not old in spirit and in age and body, but you've been with us for a while, and you're alumni of the Profit by Design Academy, or whatever its iteration was initially, then you might be due for another like tune-up with your store and everything. So if you go through the course again and you do the exercises properly, if you just go like, oh, I haven't done the store homepage in a while, can you give me a critique what I'm missing? That's not going to get you a critique. But if you have actually done the course, that's going to be one of the requirements, is rewatch those modules, do the fixes, because there's no point us repeating what's in the course. And then if you do the fixes and then you want to critique, we'd be very happy to see how we can help you. All the new people who are joining and have never done any of this before, you're definitely getting a critique, and you don't have to do it in 10 weeks like we used to do it in the boot camp. You get to do it at your own pace, but we do prefer you have everything done before the year is over, because it doesn't take that long to implement the course. It takes a little bit more than 10 weeks, but not that much. Okay, so hopefully everyone understands that. If there's more questions about that, but anyone here who's pretty much like the group of you that are here live with me on Zoom, most of you are in that position that you could really redo that training again, and then you could see how you can implement it in your core in your store, and then you can ask for us to give you a critique on it, and we're more than happy to do that. Most of the critiques when we do these as first-time course members, they run anywhere from 5 to sometimes even 20 minutes. I can't guarantee you're going to get a 20-minute review. It just depends a little bit on what it is that we have to tell you and how to fix things. And then depending on whether or not, and this is like a Loom video or a text-based response. And if there is something that we need to give you as help, and that it's so applicable to everyone else, then we'll make sure that other people actually see it as well. Okay, because it's a helpful learning. So the things that you need to do in the Zazzle course, most of them are listed here, and those will be the things that we'll be reviewing, and Team Clark and or I and Jen are going to be looking into those and giving you a review. And the review will be somewhere between 48 to 72 hours after you post. And we'll be asking you questions like, did you actually implement this stuff in the course? And if it doesn't look like you've made any changes, then we'll just say, please do these first, and then you can ask for another review later. Okay, so that in itself is like a huge win for anyone who wants to revive their store and has not done the training in a long time. All right, so the last part is all about the productivity and the support for that. So you're going to have the two co-working sessions that we already talked about with the support coach, and you're going to receive you're going to be having the what am I trying to say? In the Facebook group, we're going to have these polls every month, and you're going to be able to say, how productive were you? Did you make your 100 products a month? Did you make your work for 20 hours? Did you, how much money did you make? And those are the key metrics. They're called key performance indicators, or KPIs. And they're the things that we need to monitor. And so if you haven't been interested in monitoring, you have to, because otherwise your hobby is just turning into your next 9 to 5. And it's not paying you as much as the 9 to 5 did before. So here, what we're always aiming for is least amount of hours worked, a certain number of products created for sure, to make sure you have the right mixture. And if you're new and you've never been in the Profit by Design Academy, we actually tell you what products to make. We have a monthly production schedule that you just need to follow. And then the other thing is we want to make sure that you are profitable. And if you're not profitable, that's when our coaching comes in. We're going to have many more hard talks and ask you the hard questions as to whether or not you're making the money you want to make, and how is it that it's, you're not making that yet. And it's not that it's your fault. It's like we want to get into the details of how many products did you make, and what niches were they in, and what's your design like. And that in itself is because of all the other coaching items that we've got on the docket for every month. You're going to start to see that those all need to come together. And if they aren't, then there's a very good explanation as to why you're not making those dollars. Okay, and then we definitely want to celebrate the wins. We want to celebrate the heck out of those wins. And we are going to do that through the wins and brags and things that we do currently in the Facebook group. Maybe we'll even have some parties. I don't know. There's so many things that we'd love to do, but we're starting with these. Okay, and so you saw that there were values behind each of the components. So I'm summarizing them here. The business coaching and the mindset coaching are worth $1,000. The skill set training monthly live critiques are worth $1,000, because some of the things that we do in these critiques and the mindset and business coaching can literally make you that much money back. I can't make any income claim statements, but it's happened to our students. All right, and the Zazzle skills ongoing training for course-related questions is also going to be very, very valuable for you to implement the course. And our support coach, Lynn Marie, is going to be the best person to help you. She's sometimes, and even Annette, and between Annette and Lynn Marie, holy smokes, they know more about my course than I do. Where it is, where's that? It's awesome, because they're very, very attuned with things, and they've answered questions for a long time. So they know already where everything is, and how to get you the help you need. And then the productivity support I just went over, and that's also worth $1,000. So per month, really, you're getting about a $5,000 value. And for most of you, because you're already a PDA member or a PME member, sorry, you have your PDA course and you've been a PME member. And so you're getting this option here to come in at the founding member special price of $197 a month, as long as you stay for at least 3 months. The difference between PME members and PDA students in the course is that if you were part of a membership, I'm just going to call it the membership, then the rate that you paid for your membership, you get as an extra bonus for the first month of your payments of the coaching program. And we're going to send out emails so we know exactly who is paying what. And Lynn Marie and Annette have been really working hard on making sure that the people who have been paying a certain amount are in a certain list, and that list is going to get a particular email with a particular coupon code, so that when you sign up for your coaching program, then you're going to get that discount for the first month only. Okay, and then the second month and the third month and the fourth month, which is your 3-month commitment. So you're staying in this for 4 months. The second, third, and fourth month will be $197 a month. Okay. And then the other thing that you need to know is that if you just recently got your membership canceled, that's okay. That's just so that you're still you're still getting the profitable membership till the end of the month. It's just that we had to stop the payment, so it didn't keep ask you for another payment, because then we'd have to just do a whole bunch of refunds. So we had to cancel the payment aspect of it, but you have until the end of June to be in the Facebook group. If you're not signed up by July 6th in the coaching program, you'll be out of this Facebook group that you get as a part of the profitable membership. And the course access of all the training materials you get until July 31st for profitable membership people. Okay. The PDA people and everyone who's in the Profit by Design Academy who has had purchased the course is always going to still have the course until the lifetime of the course is finished. So right now this course is still open, and it will always be there no matter what, and until it is no longer like a course. And then the lifetime of a course will be over, and then the material will no longer be available. But for now, it's been available since it started in 2017, and we're now in 2021. So at this point, I have no plans to close this, because this is the course that's created the $1 million sellers on the Zazzle platform. All right, and all that we're doing here is getting you the support you need to implement this course, so that you can also see what you can do in terms of your earnings on the Zazzle platform. Okay, so I think that there might be some questions. I'm going to finish off because I need to give it for anyone who's not a member of or has yet to have the Profit by Design Academy course. That's this, you are in a different situation, because you just have to buy the course with the coaching program attached to it. And you don't have a choice. We're going to make you do it this way, because people who buy the self-study, they can go buy the self-study, but they don't do as well as quickly. And so it's really important that you get that coaching support. And so what we've offering here is a founding members special of $2,997 as a one-time payment. That gives you access to the Profit by Design Academy course, the 10 modules, and that's lifetime access for the lifetime of the course, because the people keep asking me this question, so I'm going to make it very clear. And then the other aspect is a year's worth of coaching, and all the things that I just talked about are that coaching. The coaching program is very robust, and it's very detailed in terms of what you get, and the support is incredible. And so whether or not you pay $2,997 as a one-time payment, or you have a payment plan, this is not a membership or a subscription. This is a payment plan to pay off the course and the coaching program access for a year. Okay, so you cannot back out of this. It's just another payment option for you, so that you can break it down. But you will pay $600 more with this than you will with this. So you save $600 by doing this one-time payment. Okay. And then also, if whether you lock into one of these two payment options or not, because you're starting now, when you finish the 1 year, what I'm going to do is give you the opportunity to come in at 197 after that, as long as you continue to pay, and it's actually already set up to pay and continue at 197. And so once this payment is over, and it's a year later, you'll start with 197. But if you want to cancel at that point, you're more than welcome to. Okay. But if you cancel, then if you come back later, you won't get the 197 rate unless it's still 197. If it's gone up, then you have to pay the new rate. Okay. So that's really important for you to see. And if anyone, we will be doing our best to send out these emails today. And if not, then tomorrow. But if you say to me, and you buy tomorrow and you say to me through an email, you say, hey, I was on the call and I saw the replay and I wanted to still get in on the vision board party. And I really wanted to enroll, even though here the deadline says the 18th, I will honor that if you still get in by tomorrow. Okay, so I'll even switch it around right now. 19, there, we've changed it. So anyone here who, huh?
Emails have been sent out.
Emails have been sent out. Okay, but I'll still give you a bit of leeway so that you can be part of our vision board party. And the vision board party is usually a free thing, but we're going to do extra training for manifestation. And so therefore, and we're going to go a little longer than an hour. So you're going to really enjoy that. And it's a 197 value. And so, well, it's actually not even a value, it's what it retails for. And so that's really important that you're going to get that extra bonus. So if you're brand new, I'm going to go through everything again, and you have yet to sign up and enroll in the Profit by Design Academy course. And listen, anyone who's been part of the 5-step profit plan or the 30-day profit plan, you technically have the Profit by Design Academy access, and you should have been in that course already. So then you are already a PDA course member. But for anyone who has yet to sign up for anything that has to do with 30-day profit plan, 5-step profit plan, and the Profit by Design Academy, you are considered a non-PDA course student. And so therefore you can sign up with the one-time payment, get access to the course and a year of coaching, or pay it in monthly installments for a year at $297. Okay. And then you'll be enrolled to continue in the coaching program for $197 a month after your 1 year is over, unless you cancel. And then at that point, you just give me 30 days notice to cancel. But if you come back in later, it may or may not be 197. But if you continue on at 197, then you're never going to have an rate increase. For anyone who's in the currently in the PDA or is a PME student, you now have an email in your inbox. Go check it out. If it's in your spam, go find it, and it'll tell you all the details about the 197 and how you can be part of it and what you get and what you don't get and all that stuff. And tomorrow I'm still trying to get you on as a panelist and I can't seem to get that. So, okay, so any questions now? And you can ask them here or put the questions into the replay later when you're watching this on Facebook. Okay, do the non-PDA students get the vision board party also? If you sign up before, I just switched the date, before tomorrow night at midnight PST, so June 19th. And you have time to do that. We're going to send out all the emails, and so therefore you're going to have your links ready to go. All right, and anyone else have any questions? Thank you so much for being on here for an hour and to get all the scoop. What do you think? Do you think this is an awesome program?
May I speak?
Yes.
I'm sorry I'm in the dark here. The lighting is awful. I am so excited for this because as someone who's been with you for a very long time and having gone all the way through the masterminds and seeing that the PDA, which is something that I had to revisit in order to work with you and think to myself, oh my God, I forgot about that. Why am I not doing that? Having just gone through a couple Z superchargers where I learned the most phenomenal things about collections, that really blew my mind, and the designs that I had thought were great. and having to deal with mindset now for the last year and a half, this all-encompassing coaching program to me is, I'd say, the best thing you've ever put out. And it encompasses from, yeah, you ought to take a bow, from those brand new to Zazzle people who will be mingling with the people like myself through the mastermind stuff, and to those who are like me who haven't made gold yet, and to have them all in one group that can benefit from each other, I think is exceptional. I really do. And I'm so excited that a lot of people that I've seen in the Product by Design Academy boot camps for the last 2 sessions, I can name people right off the bat saying, oh, that person would excel with this new program, this coaching program. And from the creative and ambitious group, the folks that are coming in that are brand new or who have not taken the PDA and have been on that same Facebook group, I'm saying to myself, oh, wow, this is such an amazing, and I'm not here to pimp your program. I'm just saying, and maybe Barbara can also attest to this as a mastermind person. This is like, if you really are in it to work your butt off and get what you want for your goals, this is it. I mean, you've encompassed everything in one program. So kudos to you and Jen.
And I'll add to that then, because I'm the Barbara. When you get in a group that is of a mind to improve, and you have a group that is all trying to improve, then you get a lot of feedback from the other group members. And it's Jen and Elka, they do their thing, and that makes all the difference. But you'll learn nowadays, as some of the members are so advanced compared to when we all started, that you'll get just as much almost from the folks that are colleagues now. It's quite a well done thing. Yeah, I'm in. Yeah.
I think the key here is yeah, as Barbara touched on, we have a group or cohort that's been with us for the get-go, and they're now really successful. And it's not a matter of people coming in at the beginning and copying or like taking advantage of the people, that because that's not the thing. We don't even want people like that in there. So
No.
this is a cult. This is a you're not, you can join, but if the situation arises, you'll be asked to leave if you're not in this same mentality. And Barbara hit on it. We're all here to strive to get better, and we all have to have the attitude that there's enough for all of us. And that's truly the case. It's showing, and the fact that so many people are successful right now who've been through the program, who've been through the coaching, and but they've had to, go through it in all these different ways, and to also even spend the money, right? And now it's all encompassed here, so that it's allowing you to work at your own pace, but you're getting that feeling of what it's like to be a business owner in the Zazzle marketplace at those higher levels. And that in itself, by being in the same, like in the connection and in the environment of those people, is already as much value or priceless, actually. Like Barbara said, Jen and Elka do their thing, but boy, like she couldn't explain it, but it's true. It motivates you, it inspires you, it allows you to become your best person. It gives you allows you to believe in yourself. And that we always just had that in the masterminds. And we tried it in the membership, but it didn't quite work. People were just like, give me more money or give me more data for my money. And now we're going to move it so that we're not just throwing more information at you. We're here to support you, and we're here to guide you. And we still will answer the hard questions for you, but you have to ask them. And that's the difference, right? We're not just giving you it on a platter, because even when we've given it to people on a platter, i.e. the Profit by Design Academy, it's still not working for everybody. And so the missing piece is the coaching and the group, the community, and the ability for us to help you with your business coaching, mindset coaching, skill set coaching, and keeping you accountable. And so thank you, Lynn Marie, for summarizing it so nicely. And Barbara for adding that extra, like it's the, I'm inspired. I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. I'm so like, I can see other people working. How can I do it? Like that running on thought pattern in your brain that's going like, wow, I want to be part of this group, right? Because that's what Barbara's saying, I think. Is that what am I translating that properly?
Well, this is a group that actually would be on the same wavelength for improving. So when you have people that are dedicated to improving some aspect of our lives,
yeah,
you're raising the energy of this whole group, because you're not going to have the naysayers, and if somebody stumbles, somebody in the group will support them and give them a hand or give them a tip, and that's what I find very helpful. The mastermind does that kind of automatically, but these groups have come along so that the level of expertise now raises too, and so it's you all lift up.
yeah, wonderful. Marisa, sorry, go ahead, Annie.
Sorry, I have a question. I typed it in, but because my husband was on a call, but he's downstairs right now. Will there be in the Facebook feed the titles and tags collection design critique spots where you can put things in to get feedback, like the Z Supercharger?
No, that aspect is not part of it, because what we're going to do is just do it live, because even in the Supercharger, people weren't posting.
And see, I'm not posting as much as I want to, because I'm thinking, okay, I could post like 10 things a day and like totally do it, but I think, oh, it's too much.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. So no, we're bringing it to the live component, and we'll see how it goes at this point, because it is only still $197 a month. And if you do the math with a Z Supercharger, you paid more per month for that kind of ongoing, buffet style.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are also starting to become a pattern, which means that people, if we just have some key pieces of when there's a really good learning from someone's design, it can be applied to many others, and we don't have to say the same things over and over again too. So it'll be a combination of, probably like a library repertoire in the Kajabi platform, not on Facebook. We're not really counting on Facebook too much anymore. Where we're going to house some of the key videos that address certain pieces that can apply to others. And then we're going to do these lives. And so if you're not on live, there's going to be an opportunity for you to post a link of something that you want to have help with. And then we'll choose selectively which ones are the most like suitable to everyone gets the most value out of. So that's the change between that and the Z Supercharger. So, okay.
Well, that and the fact that you'll have like 1 month is going to be product design. The next month is going to be categories. So it will slow down too in that respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a little bit slower, but it's definitely still, I want to make sure you're all taken care of, because I just saw so many people thrive and get better, because especially with the designing, which but as Lynn Marie said, there are so many important things that you have to deal with collections that just blow your mind, and they just work. It multiplies your money this fast, right? And so, but with the designing, that's where a lot of people are stuck on, and just the smallest little things and the repetition and seeing how others can move a bad design into a good design, and then see that someone like right away sells it, or a title and tag changes, and all of a sudden it sells, even though it hadn't been selling for years. Those are the kinds of wins we want, because you feed off of those wins too, right? And then you also are creating new habits with your skill sets and your ability to feel like you're capable, because especially one of the ones, I'm just going to take a sip here. One of the ones that we just did for Laura in one of the Z Supercharger critiques, I think, she had all the elements. She just didn't feel like comfortable or believe that her brain wasn't allowing herself to believe that it's possible for her to create a good seller. And I could just see that, right? She tried, but she needs to see it, and then she needs to go like, oh, the first thing I want her to say is, oh, I could have done that, because that means that she's now moved up in the belief schedule levels to say that the next time I'm going to, push it to that next level. And that's the difference, because we already think that we're doing an okay job in designing, but we're not meeting the mark of what the customer wants to pay for. And so the more we try, the more we elevate our belief that we could go more and harder or more. It's not even more difficult. It's just push the envelope a little bit more in terms of the design. Then you're going to, at least on some of your products, I can't guarantee all of them, you're going to start to see some sales, and then it's going to snowball. And that's what we're here to do. And that's why the coaching program, that's why I want you to be in long term, because it takes a while for that to happen, because we have to undo a lot of beliefs and experiences that you've had that don't allow you to believe in yourself, even though we believe in you. Okay, there's some smiles. Okay, Marisa says, how do you say your name properly anyway? Is it Marisu? It's such a pretty name. I'm just so impressed by Jen and Elka's generosity with their knowledge, and also that they're obviously very supportive. Excuse me. This is what made me decide to join this amazing program. Welcome. Okay, Lucia. Yes, one of the keys for some of, oh gosh, I have to take another sip. Hold on. Does this happen to any of you? As I'm getting older, I need more water, otherwise I go croaky.
We do a lot of talking.
Yes, that's true. I've been on for 2 hours, but I usually could go longer. Okay, so Lucia, yes, yet one of the keys for some is not that they don't want to, but that they are currently so poor that they can't afford the coaching and the great courses. I'm sorry to have to say. I know, and this is what I've been struggling with since day one. But I want to tell you honestly, and some of you may know this, and it's now going into the creative and ambitious, I was not my own good business owner. I was basically funding your education through my Zazzle earnings by using my money from my Zazzle business to pay for the things that needed to be put into place to run these courses. And I can only do that for so long. And so I've really been very fortunate to give back to the Zazzle community and to just it's the joy that I've received for doing all this on my own time, and then also putting in my own money, has been like something that I'll cherish forever. But I have to start running this as a business, because it's turning into something where I know that I have to serve more people. And so I need to hire staff, and so unfortunately, even if you have a low income, there are people who have actually done. Jennifer, who's the lady who just, how much did she make on her own? 42,000, Helena? I think it's Helena, right? Helena, one of the ladies who can't afford it. She watched every one of my podcast or our podcasts over and over again. She watched every YouTube video over and over again. She's reading every blog post over and over again. She comes to every challenge because she can't afford it. She can't afford the paid. And she's now at 42,000 lifetime earnings because she can't. And we give so much free stuff away. You can't afford it because you can have the free. And then, but then when you're done with the free and you can't afford it, you should come into the paid, because paid also creates skin in the game and it allows you to stop being poor. And it's a very harsh thing to say, but as soon as you make that commitment to do something scary and put the money in, even if it's only $200 for a month, all of a sudden, your attitude changes towards what it is that you are, what you need to do. And it's something that's in human nature. And most of us will rise to the challenge, and we will start to find the money if we value the importance of the coaching and the training. And then you'll also show up better in our coaching program. And that's what we want. Because if you don't want to show up, then don't sign up. And so we want you to be in that position. And there are always ways that you can do it. There's many ways that people can find money. And that's all I want to say about that, because I don't really, I'm not asking you to go in debt. I'm just asking you to really look at what your priorities are, decide where you want to be in about a year from now, and 2 years from now, and 5 years from now. What would the difference be of putting down $2,973 right now if you made that back and also made an extra $7,000 like Brandon did in the first year? Like, he made $10,000. So if I can't say that you will, I can't. But if you do, let's say, then you've more than made your investment back. Or maybe you just make $3,000 for the first year. Then after that, it's $200 a month. And if by then you've already made $3,000, you're on their way, and you just need help and support to keep growing your business. So then the $200 value or investment will be of huge value, because you're going to be growing exponentially, and the $200 will no longer be something that's a really big hardship for you. So, but that's all I can say about that. I honestly, in my business is that I've done, and to like, because I also was in your shoes. I quit my day job, which paid me a lot of money, because I had this really big ideal that I was going to make $100,000 in a year. Zazzle couldn't be that hard. I don't advise you quit before you actually make some money on Zazzle. It's a very painful emotional journey, especially when your husband's telling you every day, this isn't making me $100,000 or making you $100,000. Where's that money coming from? Because yes, I quit a $100,000 job to start because I wanted to be home with my kids. And I knew that my husband was making money, but in the end, it was a hard thing for us to do. It wasn't like we were destitute, but we really noticed that we couldn't, pay off our mortgage as fast and all that stuff. And so even though we're relatively comfortable, it was emotionally a very tough journey for me, because I was an overachiever all my life. And then for an entire year, I worked on Zazzle and made $90. And it was a huge slap in the face. I was extremely embarrassed. Everybody in my family like everything from, you made a bad decision, what are you doing with your life? You can't make money being creative. I've been there. I've been crying myself to sleep for years when I was first starting. Only in my fourth year did I actually end up making $100,000. So it took me 4 years of grief to get to my earnings goal. And what I do is I don't hold back. So everything that I know, everything I'm doing right now, the money that I earn on Zazzle and the products that I'm making on Zazzle and all that stuff, if I do something that's successful, I actually, I tell people. I'm just too open and good and honest. But that allows other people to be successful too, in their own unique way. I don't like it when people copy my stuff directly. That's, first of all, against the law, and it's a slap in the face, and it shows your character, which most of you are not that way, obviously, because you're all good people. And the only reason you might even think about doing that is because you're too desperate. And the reason you're desperate is because you've had a lot of hard luck, like I did for the first 4 years. And even I was desperate back then. And so I want you to remember that that's an okay place to be, but you don't have to stay there. We're here to pull you up and take you out of that situation. And that's why we're so focused on the mindset, because if you think it's the only one that has that problem, you're not the only one. But it's not your life sentence. You can move up beyond that, and you can make a different life for yourself. And I've been really fortunate that I've been able to make that life happen for me on Zazzle, and that it allowed me to feel comfortable even when really horrible things happened in my life that have caused me to have a complete change in my financial situation, like when my husband passed away, and having to deal with certain life issues and things that happen because of our family and our makeup of our family and so on. So please, please, please remember that I'm like extending almost like a bit of like a hand to you and saying, like, if you're on and you're listening to this and you want to be part of this journey, and I'm your biggest supporter and Jen's your biggest supporter and Team Clark is your biggest supporter, then this is what this coaching program is going to do for you. But we're also going to kick you in the butt and we're going to say, listen, that's enough now. We're very fortunate that you told us honestly what's happening in your life, but let's move forward. And that's part of what's going to happen. And I'm really excited to be able to do that and feel comfortable doing that with you, because otherwise there's no point in you staying in the coaching program. Then, you know, when you're ready, you'll be ready and you'll be very appreciative of the kick in the butts as much as the motivational part. Okay.
Also, too, you have to understand that when she says we're going to kick you in the butt, it means, in Elka speak, it means we're going to empower you. We're here to give you answers. We're not always here to pick you up and carry you over the finish line. We're giving you tools that you are empowering yourself to go that extra mile to get your dream.
Yeah.
With love, obviously, right? Because we're here to be supportive, but we're not here to coddle you. We're here to empower you.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yes, exactly. Oh, Barbara, are you on? You're trying to talk, but I have to ask you to unmute.
Oh, I remuted. As a kicky, I can attest that Elka's butt kicks are not painful, but they do make you think, and they make you become a better designer.
And also a better person.
Resistance is futile is the thing.
Mariso says, tell Jen she's been awesome. She's over here. She did the 3-day live pretty much herself. And so she's taking a break today from being on live because her neck is finally better. Whew, keep your fingers crossed that it stays that way. Okay, Lucy says, wow, yes, so do I. Go to YouTube and your videos. And Barbara says, there comes a time when you need to invest in your business to take it to the next level. Exactly. And then Lucy says, I make $200 per month on several print-on-demand shops. Well, congratulations, that's awesome. But I heard something just recently that also just made me realize that people are playing really big games everywhere. And so I was like, okay, well, what about us? Like, why would I be okay with $200 a month? Right. And it's not to put the $200 down. I think that's extremely hard earned, especially when I made $90 in my first year and $2,380, I think, in my second year. And then in my third year, I made like 30,000-ish. But that was when I was starting to take off and when I realized the 5 strategies were building and developing and things were working for us. But the idea here is that give yourself the credit that you deserve to have more money flowing to you. As I said, I cannot make any income claim statements. The states is so tough on and everywhere else. And I don't want to make income claim statements. I want you to do the work and see how far you can go. Okay. And the people that we talk about, they're generously telling us their story so that you get inspired. Okay. But believe in yourself. And that's what this coaching program is all about, is to really help you believe in yourself. And then we'll give you all the tools, because the most important thing that I've noticed in all the people that we've served over the last 3 to 4 years is that they're capable. They just don't know how to do it. And we know how to do it. And so as soon as they know, the floodgates open. Brandon, for 5 years, was never making more than $50 a year or something like. No, wait a minute. I have to get the numbers right. $2,500 in 5 years, $500 a year. And he struggled for 5 years on Zazzle. Bought the course and you can see, I actually still have the blog posts up. You can see his journey. You can see what he did in his first year. You're more than welcome to just search in the blog post section and say Brandon, just anything with Brandon, and you'll find it. He literally charted his course because he he actually said, I don't believe you. I'm going to prove you wrong. And so he charted his first year and he charted his second year as to how he did and what he struggled with and what he did or didn't do. And so if you're more than welcome to read that to see if it convinces you. But be careful that you don't look at it through the colored glasses that you have on of your current past history. Because guess what? By year 3, if I wouldn't have made like $35,000, I wouldn't have been very excited. I would have actually said, I'm a failure. I can't do the Zazzle business. And I would have quit. But I was stubborn and my husband was persistent in terms of saying, you've got to make this work. You've already put 2 years in. And so I kept going. But had I not kept going, I wouldn't have known that I could make over $1 million on Zazzle by myself and run a really good online e-commerce business. And that's where I see a lot of you wonderful people. You've come with a lot of history and a lot of hurt, and as soon as you start to get the right tools, as you've already heard here in the chat, you get to start to see a glimmer, but you still don't believe completely in yourself yet as to whether or not it's possible for you. And so we're here to help champion you on and see how far you can get. And the more you believe in yourself, hopefully the more you'll also create the business that you want. And that's my main goal with this new program. So thank you so much for being on. I know that's been an hour and a half. Elka, I have a question from Maura. When is the expiration date to take the course at 197? You can come, okay, so Maura, you're in the PDA, so you can come. Are you also in the profitable membership? I've forgotten if you're still in or not. I don't know. I guess we could look you up. If you're in, I'll just explain both. If you're in the profitable membership, then you have to sign up between now and July 6th in order to get the discount for the first month of the membership. And then you'll have to still go 3 months at 197. If you're not part of the membership, like then you can sign up at 197 anytime going forward, whenever you're ready. Okay. And as long as you sign up for 3 months, commit to 3 months. And then, but at that point, if it's in the next little bit, it'll still be 197. If you decide 3 years from now to sign up and you go like, you told me on June 18th, 2021, I could get it for 197. No, I did not. Okay. It means that you just need to sign up at the rate that it's currently at. So if it's still at 197 when you decide to sign up, then you're in at 197. Okay. So I want to make it very, very clear. So because I don't like it when people get like taken for a ride. We're very open and transparent, and we want to make sure that everyone gets the whole idea here. So thank you so much for being here. Everyone's saying thank you. Please join before June 19th now. Tomorrow evening, midnight PST, which is Pacific Standard Time, so that you can be part of the vision board party bonus. Choose which one you want. Check that email that you have that's been sent to you as to how you want to enroll. Make sure that you don't just enroll again in the whole course, because the people who already have the PDA don't have to, but the people who are brand new, especially since we're going into the creative and ambitious, and there's a lot of students who are brand new and have yet to go into our Profit by Design Academy course, I want you to make sure that you understand that you have those two options, $2,997 as a one-time payment for the course and a 1 year of coaching, and the option to pay a 12-month payment plan. But whether you stay in the mentoring or the coaching or not, then you still are owing that 12 payments no matter what, because you're getting access to the course as well. And that is lifetime access. Okay, so thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being on for an hour and a half. We've had a wonderful discussion, and have a wonderful weekend, and make sure you're in this coaching program. It's going to be awesome. I'm waiting to see who my other 50 people are that reach 1 million in sales. Could be you, but I can't make any income claim statements. Thank you so much for joining. Take care.